All right, here we are back inside MatrixGold. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. If you're a return viewer, appreciate all the viewing. And if you're a subscriber, again, humbled. Today, what we're going to do is make a little design, something like this here, I guess. We're going to design this piece here. And this one is kind of... you might have seen some like this before, but it's an insert. So we'll be able to take this piece out, and that way the ladies can, have maybe different styles of this other piece here. In diamonds or in rubies, sapphires, emeralds, or whatever they want. And they can also use those as stackables if they purchase these. And they can also be able to slide it in to wear with their this ring here, or they could wear this ring by itself. So there's a lot of options that this one has, and it's really kind of cool. And the ladies can, depending on what outfit they're wearing, can change it up. So let's get going on this. So I'll just go ahead and refresh this real quick. So we can get a whole clean viewports out here. First thing we need to do is go to tools, and we'll just grab a ring rail and we'll hit enter. All right, the next thing I'll do is go back to my curves menu, change to yellow, of course, make sure my snaps are on, and I want near snaps to start with. So I'm going to I want to right click on my line so that it goes from both directions, right? Both directions. And I'm going to go out somewhere around here and click and then bring it out. And I want it fairly big size, maybe around 15 millimeters or so. A nice look for the ladies, something like that. And then I'm going to take that one and then just mirror it over to the other side with F4. F4. Oh, do I have two of them there? No. Mirror it, F4. Hold down shift there. Okay. And then I'll just grab me a regular line, straight line, going across here to here. And I don't know if I like, I think maybe I want to take this one and drag it over just a little. There we go. All right. And then we'll grab this one and bring it across, and drag this one and bring it across. All right. All right, so we have this, and now what we want to do is we want to go to our arc direction, grab an arc direction curve, and we'll snap to this end and to this end, and we'll go to our side view here and kind of give it a little look-see where we want it, 6 millimeters, something. We'll go up a little higher, maybe something like that. All right, and then okay, I didn't have my planer curve on. This is good to right click, bring it back. I'm going to get my planer and then click to that edge, and then get my curve back in here, something like that. There should be okay. Nice width. And then what I'll do is I'll just duplicate that from that endpoint to that endpoint and then hit enter. Okay, so we have this, and now we're set up for a 2-rail sweep. So what we'll do is we'll go to surface and sweep 2. We'll take this rail, this rail, this one, and hit enter. And we'll get rid of all this over here. We don't want it capped or anything like that. And we'll hit enter. And I'll give it some shading. Well, let's go up here and grab this shading here. All right. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and bring back that sweep, GV command. We'll go from here, that curve, and hit enter. And again, we'll get rid of all this here. All right. So we have this. All right. We'll go ahead and take that and this surface here, and we will join it together. Join. So now it's there. So we can just type in CAP, cap, and hit enter. So now we have one solid, closed, watertight item, which is what we want. Okay, so from here, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take all that yellow, and we'll just turn it to gray and hide it. You never know when you might need it, right? From here, what we're going to do is we want to clean up this a little bit because it looks kind of blasé, right? So what we're going to do first is we're going to go to our solids, and we'll come down to fillet edge, and we'll take a blend edge, and we'll make sure it's on yes, and we have a 0.3. So we'll just go ahead and click all our edges here. Work our way around. And I think that should do it. Hit enter, give us a preview. Looks okay. Check our corners out. And we'll hit enter again. Okay, so we got this, right? Now what we'll do is we'll go stay in our tools. Oh, tools. Nope, right here. Extract surface. And we'll extract this surface here and hit enter. So now we have that surface out by itself, right? So what we're going to do is go to surface, offset. Offset, where is it again? Right here, offset. And we want to flip those directions. We want it to go down inside the ring, and we have it set up at a 0.04, which is probably fine. So we'll just go ahead and take that. And we'll hit enter. Well, let's back out of that second one. We only want the first one. So we have that. And let's go back to our extract surface. Take that surface and hit enter and change it to gray. All right, we don't want him. So we got all this. And at this point, let's check the direction of that. Just down. So we want to flip that. So the direction's going up because the next part here will affect that when we put gems on there. All right, so we have this. Let's check it one more time. DIR. Okay, we're good to go. All right, so we have this. We're going to wait to put gems on it. We're going to go back to our top view, and we're going to turn off full snaps for this one and turn off planar. And we'll stay on our yellow. We'll go to our curves, back to our arc direction. And we'll pick the arc direction curve. And we want it kind of like in here somewhere. And then I'll go to all my viewports so I kind of see what's going on. Because we want it to go out past our ring rail. But not quite to our ring rail, right? So somewhere maybe around here, and then give it a nice little arc, right? Okay, so something like this. And you can really see the power of MatrixGold in the dynamic commands here in a few minutes. It's really quite helpful. Sorry about that. What we'll do now is we'll just go ahead, curve from two views. We'll take this curve and put it there, right? So we got something like that going on, and we'll hit enter because we can always manipulate that, right? Now that we have dynamic commands, it's very, very easy. So what we're going to do now is grab that curve. We'll go to our tools, and we'll put a profile on it. And we'll bring that profile up to our mid, and we will kind of get it in place so it's kind of lined up. Something like that there. And we will switch to our profile. And let's see, we'll take this one here and we'll hit select. All right. And from here, what we'll do is we'll do a little manipulation here. We'll make it a little bit smaller, around a 2.1 or so. We'll drag it over this way a little bit. And we'll drag this out to 2.5, right? And then we'll also put one right up in here at our top. Go in here and swing it around. Get a good view on it. We want to swing it up. And we probably want to bring this one down a little. No need to have it at a 2.5 up here. And looks like it's a little angled there, so let's make it straight. we can always come back in here and manipulate it, which is what we'll probably end up doing. And let's see. Yeah, it looks okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and accept that for right now because we want to see what the surface is going to look like. So we'll go ahead to surface, not surface 2, surface 1. Select our ring rail, select our first profile, select our second profile, hit enter. And that looks okay, actually. We will have to manipulate that a little. What we want to do is this right here. You'll see why later, but we want this on the inside of our top piece right there. So we'll go ahead and take this, but we'll grab that profile and we will do a little manipulate. I just love this part, man. It's just so helpful and useful. And we'll just bring it in so it kind of goes something like that. So it's cut off right there, right? Yeah. Okay, that looks good. And we could probably bring it up a little bit more now, something like that. Give it a little bit more structure. And we'll hit enter. And we'll take this piece and we'll just change it to another layer, just so we know. And then what we're going to do is, because we want to take a look at all of them, we'll go to our transform. We'll mirror it, and we will click on our X, and down here to multiple. So we have them on all 4 ends, right? And we'll hit enter on that. And we'll take those 4 and change them to that layer 2, right? Okay, so we got something like that. It's looking good so far. All right, and what we'll do now is we'll bring back our ring wheel. As you can tell, it's gone because we did the curve from 2 views, but it's not gone. It's just hidden. So we'll just go over here and hit show, and that brings back our ring rail, all right? So let's grab our ring rail, and we'll go to tools, profile placer, and we'll just keep it there. We'll go ahead and turn on active auto sweep so we can kind of see what's going on as we do it, which is a great thing. And we'll go ahead and change that to a different profile, get a little bit more of a band so the ladies can wear them as a stackable if they want to. And we'll just kind of bring it in, watching our ends there. That's a little too thin for what we want to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it to where we want it. So like maybe around 2 millimeters, probably what we want, something like that. So right now you can see it's touching. So we're going to have to do a little bit of manipulation. And also let's go ahead and fix this height. We want the outsides are 2.5 or something like that. Let's take this up to about 2.6. Actually, not a 2.6, 2.5 would be the most we want. Let's put that at 2.4. Let's go ahead and hold down shift and snap one right here. And let's keep that one at a 2.4 as well. And let's go ahead and mirror that to the other side. And that should be okay. That bottom will be 2.4 as well. All right, so let's go ahead and hit enter. All right, so now as you can see, it's touching, and we don't want that. We want a little bit of space in there. So it's real easy with MatrixGold. Very, very easy. We're just going to grab that profile, maybe, if it'll let us. Yeah, that one, and click on it. And we'll go ahead and do some manipulation here. We'll make sure we have this one activated. This is the one we want to move. And we'll kind of just drag that out a little bit so that we can kind of get it to where it's close but not touching. A little bit more maybe. There we go. All right, so now that's in there. Let's check this width out. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, so we have something like this going on. And what's our height there? 2.5. Okay. So we should be pretty good to go from here. And what I'm going to do is, since we don't want those caps on that bottom, the top's fine, but the bottom we don't want. So we're going to go ahead and click on that, go to our sweep, and then we're going to manipulate this one and get rid of those caps on the bottom there. We just want them on the top, and then we'll hit enter. All right. So we have pretty much the ring looking exactly like we want. We'll just go ahead and first we're going to take that and we are going to just duplicate it in place just for safety reasons. And we're going to change it to this color here, and we'll turn off this color. So we just have the one out. Now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab our curve, extract ISO curve. And we'll pick our midsection there so it disappears and hit enter. And we will go ahead, select that curve, and go to our gems, gems on curve, and we will do some manipulation here with our gems. All right. So right now we have them down here. That's maybe a little too far. Let's take it up to about there, and let's take this one around to about the same spot. Somewhere around there. It looks good. And let's come in here and check this out. Maybe make those a little bit smaller. Something like that perhaps. Maybe a little bit smaller. 0.9 should be more than enough. And we'll go ahead and change our placement method to table. But we will just go ahead and drag them in just a little bit more. So I'm going to go to placement because it's going to be rubbing perhaps up at the top. So we want those prongs very well protected with the rails of the ring. So we're going to drop that down a little bit further. We have the room, so why not? And if you turn on here, you can see we've got lots of room there. So we're going to drag those down quite a bit there, and then go ahead and hit enter. Okay, now we'll pick those gems. We'll go to our cutters, rail cutter, and we will change it from a round to a flat, and we'll drag this out. And we will go ahead and change that profile to one of my favorites. Just more of a square flat bottom. I don't like that deep cut in there. And first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and open it up a little bit. And we'll turn this on. Okay, we can't see it so yet. Open it up. It looks like we have quite a bit of room there, so we can have a nice open rail, and then we'll drag the placement up and then drag this down. Something like that. Let's go ahead and turn this on now. Take that height up a little. Yeah, we have lots of room there. Nice big thick rail. That's good. And let's see. Let's go ahead back in here. Check our depth since we manipulated that a little. Placement. Up. Oh, I can't because of... Let's take a look at that. Yeah, okay, we're good. Let's check the other side. Okay. And one more time. Safety reasons, right? And let's keep that out there. Okay. All right, so we have that all set up. Let's go ahead and hit enter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to Boolean that. We'll just go ahead and do that. Boolean difference. We're going to take this, enter, take this, cutter, and enter, and there's our nice rail there, and they're nice and deep in there, which will be good. And we'll go ahead and hit enter. All right, so we'll take this one. Well, we had that one, so let's turn it to gray. Oh, wrong one. Show back gray. The gray one is the one we want. We'll change that to this color, and we'll hide this one. There we go. All right. Now we'll just go ahead and add the prongs to that since we're here and we've got it going. So settings, Prongs, placer. First thing we're going to do, of course, is drag that height up. Give it some nice height. We'll go back in, take a look. We can make those a little bit smaller. The stones aren't real big. What is it? 4.2. All right, and a little nudge. Okay. And we will go to our dynamic commands, go to our end prongs, and 4.2 is what this is. So I'll just click on here and type in 0.42, enter, and we will offset those or nudge those out. A little bit. Oh, too much. There we go. All right, and that should have done it to both sides, which it did. All right, so those are good. So we'll hit enter. And there's our prongs. Okay, so good to go so far. Now what we'll do is we'll go to our top view here so we can get a good look. And I'm going to hide those outside ones there, and I'll just go ahead and hide all this too. Well, yeah, go ahead and hide all this. And we'll just go ahead and take all that yellow and hide it as well. We just want this top surface here. So the first thing we need to do is extract that surface again. Let's take all green. First, let's join it all together so we know that the rest of it will be okay. Check it. Close polysurface. Now we'll go to tools or solids. Tools, I think it is. Nope. Solids. Extract surface. This surface, hit enter. Okay, so we have this surface extruded. Yeah, all right. So we have this, and now we want to place gems on here, right? So we're going to go to our gems, and we'll just do it with the gem placer. And what do we got here? So diameter is 1.2. Let's bump that up to maybe 1.5. And we want to turn off X and Y and just get the 1 out here. And kind of get it so that those as close to the center as possible. So I'm going to make sure those little lines on the girdle kind of come as close to the lines on my surface as I can possibly get it, which looks about there. All right. And now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and turn on X and Y, not Z. Z will put them on the bottom. And we'll just kind of get them close in here. And drag them a little further apart. Something like that. There should be fine. And then I'll turn off my Y. Or not Y, my X. Oh yeah, I want to turn Y on. All right. And we'll come in here and do something like that. And then we'll just turn on X again, and we'll just keep on working our way around here. There, and we'll just turn off our, I think it's our Y. No, we want our Y on. Turn off our X. So we're just placing all these stones out. And we'll turn these back on. Just going right through the middle here first. There we go. And a couple more. And let's see if we can squeeze one more in here. I'm not sure we can, but let's check it out. Go to our perspective here, get a look. Yeah, we should be able to. Turn on our Y. something like that. Now we need to clean up these mids right here, right? So let's go back to our top. And let's just start right in here. First, let's go to here. Now let's click that back on. There we go. There we go. That one looks like it's a little bit tight right there. So maybe we'll drop that down to a 1.4. There we go. All right, and then for our last couple here, 1.4 should be fine. All right, so we have all those out there. You could probably get a smaller stone right in there. Well, that's pretty small. That one's pretty small too. Let's kind of play around with it, find one you like. Let's see if we can get a little bit bigger. Yeah, one's too big. 0.9's cutting it close. But it should be okay. So there we go. We've got them all out there now. All right. So now we'll just go ahead and take those. We'll go to our settings. We'll go to pave prong. Select our surface. And there's our prongs. And it looks like we got a couple here that are a little off. But not too bad overall. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of manipulation here. I'm going to go over and let's see, my height looks pretty decent. Overlap though, I'm going to bump that up a little bit. I want a little bit more I can cut into. That prong there looks kind of hinky. Above girl, let's bump it up a little bit. All right. All right, there we go. And we'll have to do a little manipulation. I'll just go ahead and take that. But for a good starter, that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and we'll ungroup these for right now. And let's see, that one or this one. Let's take this one, delete it, this one, delete it, this one, delete it, this one, delete it. And let's go to our other side there, make sure we do the same thing. This one, delete it, this one, delete it, this one, delete it, and this one, delete it. Okay. So we just have a couple prongs. We have one right here. So at this point, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and place our own prongs, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to prong on surface, right? And it says to select our surface. That'll be this surface, and it just automatically places a prong. It's no big deal. You can take it and drag it wherever you want it. We'll go ahead and place it somewhere right in here. And we do not want it meshed. We want it NURBS. So our height, we'll take that down. We don't need it that high. And what's our thickness? 0.5, that should be fine. And we'll go ahead and place another one right here. And we'll place one right here and right here. Right here, maybe. Oh, there's that. No, that's fine. Okay. Well, we'll place one over here first. How's that? Place this one first, and then we'll place this one, and then we'll place this one here. And I'm going to take this one here and just kind of move him a little bit so he's not so close to my other prong there. And actually, I don't need this one. I don't believe. So we'll delete that one. Come over here. I can't get rid of him. If I hit delete, let's see. We'll just keep him there for right now. And then we need one right in here. Right there. All right, and we'll hit enter. We'll take those. All right, so I'm going to take all those we just put out there, and I am going to transform, mirror, so it placed them all over here. I got two right there, so I'll have to deal with that in a second. And then I'll mirror it that way, and multiple. So it's in all direction. Those prongs should flow over all the directions, right? And I'll hit enter. Okay, so I have two here, so I want to get rid of that one. So let's ungroup. Get rid of this one here. Get rid of that one there. Those look good. Come back over to the other side here. Same thing. Get rid of this one here. And get rid of this. Ungroup those. Get rid of this one here. So now we have all those nicely spaced out there, and we can actually go in there and manipulate them anytime we want, if we want to, by using the MSR object mover. So that's, and it's parametric too, so that's a good thing. So we have all those out there. So let's go ahead and take all those prongs, and we'll just go ahead and group them together. So now they're all back grouped together, right? Cool. All right, so let's bring back everything, see what we got going. Not this. Let's show. There we go. All right, so we have everything out here. We're pretty close to being done. We have that surface out there, so we got a nice look going on. Pretty cool. Oh, okay. What's that? Now we'll deal with this here. So we haven't cut anything, right? And the reason being is because it didn't want to just yet. So what we're going to do now is we need to get rid of this piece here with that piece there. So we're going to go ahead, and first we're going to full save job bag, keep all our dynamic commands, keep all our hidden objects, keep everything. So if we ever need to go back in there and pull it back up, it's there. And you can also save it into your job bag, but you lose a lot of the power, and I don't want to do that. So actually I've been saving more in full save than I have been in job bags here lately, just for that fact. I'd rather go back and have all that power there. So let's go ahead and keep on moving forward. Let's do a Boolean difference. We'll take this as our, let's ungroup this. Let's just take this one actually. We'll right click, bring back that command. Take this as our first surface, enter. Take this as our second surface, enter. And oh, that's right, it's not join. We need to join that back together. So let's take this outside, and let's take, holding down shift, our surface there, and let's join those together and make sure we have a solid surface, which we do. So now let's do that. Boolean difference, this surface enter, this surface enter. Okay, so we have that, and we'll hit enter again. And now we have that, and we want to just ungroup it, right? And then just take this piece and delete it, right? And now I'm just going to go ahead and select all that green there and delete it, right? We don't need it anymore. I just wanted it for look wise and to tell our distance. So what we're going to do now is go back to transform, and now we'll mirror this piece in all directions with our X and our multi, and hit enter. Okay, so now we have all four of those pieces, And what we want to do is go to our solids, Boolean union, this, enter, enter. And we want to get rid of that one piece there, turn him to gray. And did this one dupe? Yeah. We want to get rid of that one piece and dupe him to gray. So now we have that. All right. And what we want to do now, one more time, in first surface, this one, enter. Second surface, this one, enter. And enter. And do we have any dupes? Shouldn't. Yeah, because it's all dynamic. All right. So we have all that out there. Now, let's go ahead and I'm going to take this one and I'm going to turn him to green here. And then I'm going to take all my yellow and I'm going to hide it. Let's get rid of all that yellow. And what I'll do is I'll grab this profile here and I am going to just mirror him over to the other side. F4, hold down Shift and hit enter. All right. And now what I'm going to do is go to my surface one more time. And I'm going to select that ring rail as my surface, select that profile and select that profile and hit enter. And we should have that. And we don't want any of that because we're going to join those surfaces together. And we'll hit enter. And we'll take this here and we will go ahead, transform, parametric mirror, not in our Y direction, but in our X, and hit enter. Now we should be able to take this surface, and this surface and join them together. And we have a closed surface, right? Now, I have this, right? But if I do a cut, it'll really kind of go crazy. That's why I saved that one earlier. So now I'll go back, I'll take this and I'll hide it and I'll bring back this one. It's the same size before it was cut, right? So what we're going to do is just go ahead and do a Boolean difference here. So we'll grab that solid. We'll do a Boolean difference. This will be my first surface, enter. This will be my second surface, enter. And okay, we got that. Let's go back, undo. Let's see, get back out of that. And I didn't check that out first, which I should have, my bad. Let's go back. Let's just take this and turn it into gray, so we don't have to worry about it. Now let's turn on this, take this, poly surface, hide it, take this poly surface, hide it, take this poly, oh my god, hi, how many do I have out here? There, okay, jeez. Alright. Now we got to get that cut, right? So actually I need to bring back that, I'm going to turn it to blue and hide it. Turn to blue. Turn to blue. Okay. So we have this. Let's go in here. We still have our curve out here, right? So we want to drop this curve just a little bit. Oh, it's updating with my, okay, we want to go back. Okay. Take that curve, we're on parametric. So I'm just going to make it easy on myself. If I move that, it'll change my band because we're still kind of tied with it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to duplicate it. First, before I duplicate it, let's back out of that. I'm going to turn off record history. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to duplicate it in place, and I'm going to put it on red layer and then hit enter. Okay, so now I should have a red one out there, which I do. So now I'm going to take all my gray and just turn it off, so it gets rid of all that gray. And I'm just going to make this one just a little bit wider, and I'm going to make it a little bit larger. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and do another sweep with it from this rail to this rail here, and then hit enter. Okay, Now I'm going to take this rail just so I can show, and I'll turn it to this color here. And let's bring back our ring rail or our ring. So now we have a little space going around, but the main thing I want to make sure of is that it goes through, which it does not, right? So I need it to do that more than I need it to do anything else. So let's go back in here, and let's take that red and let's just drop him down, and then let's make him a little bit larger, and let's bring back our, so we can make sure that our green is inside there, right? And then now I have it, it needs to go down a little bit more, it looks like. So let's drag that down and let's turn it on here so we can kind of see what's going on. Go to my right view, it's probably better. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And we'll just take it out just a pinch more. So I can go back in. There we go. Yeah. All right. So let's make sure that it's, yeah, it's definitely sticking through now. All right, so that's what we want actually. All right, so let's hit enter. Now let's go ahead and do that Boolean. So we'll take a Boolean difference. This will be our first surface, enter. This will be our second surface, enter, enter. And we have a nice little cutout for that, but we need to get rid of that one. Should have, there we go. This is the one I don't want, so we'll hide that. And now we have that cut out there, right? And it's probably a good thing to go in here and do the blend edge so it's not so straight edged right there, right? We'll take that one, this one, this one, preview, yes, enter. And let's check out those edges. And it looks like, does that one look like? That one looks like we got a little gap each there. No, maybe not. Hit enter. Let's just check our surface. Now it's open. Closed. Okay, so let's go undo that one real quick. And let's take this, and these, and just hide them for a few seconds. Let's get in here is what we want. All right, so let's try that fillet edge again with, let's do chain edges. That'll be this surface. And let's hit enter. And radius 1. No, we don't want 1. So let's go ahead and hit enter. And then let's set all as a 0.2. Enter. Enter. Close poly surface. And we have, should have, oh, it's new. That did not work. Okay, well, let's leave it. Well, actually, we could just, once it's polished, it'll be fine probably. But let's try that one more time. And this. And let's just do this one side here and see if it works. Let's do the 0.2 here. Right there is where it kind of looks like it's not doing the job. Yeah, right there. All right, so let's just back out of that. We'll go ahead and leave it. I can clean it up on the once I get it printed. It's gonna make it a nice little file in there, and it's done. So let's go ahead and show our item there. And let's take our green and hide it. Now we are done. We have this one. as a closed poly surface. We have this one as a closed. The last thing you have to do is, of course, we'll go ahead and take this, and hide, and we'll deal with this one. Let's take that red, turn it to gray. Is go ahead and put your cutters. I always do my cutters for the channels before I do my connect my prongs. That way it does not affect my prongs. So let's go in here, the cutters, and grab our cutters here. And main thing you want to do is make sure that the holes are not too close together. And we'll drag this up, something like that. And that should be fine. We'll drag this in a little, and we'll drag this down. We don't have to really, and hit enter. And we'll do a Boolean union here. Boolean difference. This will be our first surface, enter. This will be our second surface, enter, and enter, and yeah, cool. All right, let's hide those stones real quick. And there's our cutouts, right? Last thing we need to do here is Boolean union, right? This will be our first surface. This will be our second surface. Give it a second here and hit enter. And we should be all good to go for this one. All right, so let's bring back our other one here, and let's take this one and these stones here and hide them. And let's deal with this one here. These are a little bit more tricky because they're on such an angle, so they may not be able to cut all the way through. We'll have to find out here. So put on our cutters here. And what we want to do is we want to check. Yeah, it's kind of all hinked up in there, it looks like, coming through at an angle and everything. So the best thing to probably do here is let your jeweler be able to mess around with it. So we're just going to make a cut lower distance in, right up to about the bottom of the girdle. Yeah. All right, and of course you can bring those down. It's not a big deal. Let's turn everything back on so we can see it. And we'll go ahead and hit enter. And now what we'll do is a Boolean union. I'll just click here. Nope. All right, so we'll do it from here. Boolean difference. This surface be our first surface, enter. These cutters will be our second, enter. Calculating all the math there, and we'll hit enter. Close poly surface still. Let's hide those gems, and we have little cutouts for everything, and the prongs look fine. So the last thing we need to do is one more, but Boolean union this time. This will be our first surface. This will be our second surface, and hit enter. And we should be done after this for the most part. A heavy calculation going on there, huh? And we'll hit enter. And we'll check we'll take these group, hide them. Make sure all our prongs are still there. Yeah. And check that one more time. Close poly surface, bring back our other ring. And there you go. Now, if you move this, it creates issues, right? So the best thing to do is to, if you want to do some more stuff, or do renders and stuff, it's just duplicate it and drag it down, and then just take this one and then hide it. And now you can move this one freely without it causing any issues of breaking history or anything like that. So now you can do a nice little render with it, right? And then put different colored stones in here, or have these different, maybe have those sapphires, these diamonds, or whatever you want to do with the rendering there. All right, and then they could have, you could have multiple different styles of this particular ring. Basically really unlimited, depending on, and that way they pretty much have the basic ring once they buy one set, and then they could add to it a very inexpensive cost, having diamonds, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, or whatever other stones they want to add with it. Hopefully this video helped you, gave you some maybe new ideas. You can really do this kind of design with any shape, star shape, octagon, all kinds of shapes, and a little bit similar. Change the shanks up and you'll have a whole different line of product. So hopefully this helps, and if it did, someone's at my doorbell, so if it did, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Thanks very much for watching. Good designing.